Phil Huber here from Woodsmith magazine, and I want to talk to you about one of my favorite tools, a router, and a fun jig that you can build to go with it. It's this router jointer. And what's pretty cool about it is that it turns a regular handheld router, probably something you already have in your shop, into a precision tool to put a square, smooth edge on all kinds of workpieces. Now, the best thing about this router jointer is how easy it is to make and the results that you get from it. Now, the construction is mostly plywood, pieces that you can just cut apart and glue together. There's no complicated joinery. But that doesn't mean that this router jointer doesn't have a lot of adjustability or great features in it. Now, you can see they're just like a typical jointer. It has an in-feed side and an out-feed side that are guided on angled tables. Now, that means that the tables can be fully adjustable. So I can take the outfeed table and adjust it so that it's perfectly flush with the cutting edge of the bit. And in this case, it's a 2-inch long flush trim bit that's installed in the router. Now, using a bit this long means that you can cut and joint the edge of pieces up to 1 3/4 inch thick. That covers a wide variety of pieces. The in-feed side is adjustable too to control the depth of cut. You can go anywhere from just taking off a gnat's hair to something like 3/16, even 1/4 inch if you really want to. Now, that's going to create a lot of chips, so up front on the jig, there's a dust port that you can just plug your shop vac into and collect all the chips right at the source so they're not spraying around your shop. Now, both the tables and the back fence are covered in plastic laminate. And that creates a smooth sliding surface that's durable and will stand up to all kinds of use. Now, that back fence supports the router and is fixed at a 90-degree angle. So once you dial it all in, you know that the edges that you're going to get are perfectly square to the faces. So why would you use a router jointer if you already have another one? Well, the key here is versatility. With a router jointer in a small benchtop setup like this, I can route pieces that you normally wouldn't try on a regular jointer. I can do short pieces and run them across knowing that the tables provide a lot of support because the cutter head is just an ordinary router bit. And the carbide edges on the router bit allows me to route materials like plywood, even particle board to get smooth, crisp edges. These are things you wouldn't run on a normal jointer. Now, the setup is easy, the construction is easy, but of course the big thing is the payoff that you get in the results. Smooth edges every time. Now, the only thing interesting about using the router jointer, because of the rotation of the bit, that means you'll be working in the opposite direction of a typical jointer. We'll be moving the workpiece from left to right across the cutter head. Now, because there's a spinning bit involved, we want to keep your hands safe. So on the top of the jig is a spring-loaded hardwood bit cover so that it covers the bit before and after to keep your fingers safely out of the way. You can build one of these in a short amount of time. The plans are available at woodsmithplans.com. A router jointer, a great way to get even more out of one of the best power tools you can have in your shop.